BART's test program to let bikes on BART during rush hour is into its third month. During heavy commute hours, no bikes are allowed on any of the first 3 cars of the train. There's a critical question that non-bike commuters and bike commuters have to address. When are the other cars too crowded for bikes? BART's Steve Baraldo, waiting to board a train with his bike, agrees that's tough.
It's a little subjective. It's hard to say exactly what is a crowded train and what isn't a crowded train.
People pass on crowded elevators all the time, but we haven't figured out the etiquette for trains. It's not hard. Baraldo says the answer is pretty common sense.
If you don't have to ask multiple people to move, if you're not going to bump into anyone, it's probably okay to get on that train. If people's backs are to you when the door opens and you can't really see a lot of floor space, it's probably too crowded and you should probably just step aside and wait for the next train. This is a little too crowded for me to get in.
That's what Steve Baraldo did. Waited 5 minutes for the next train. He hummed a little bit and tapped his feet. The next train was even more crowded. His eyes scanned the cars, looking for space.
Look, this train's way too crowded.
BART's Quick Planner website has a tool that will help. When you plan your trip, first your departure location and then your destination and hour, the website now shows how crowded that train is likely to be.
There's a little indicator that's going to tell you how crowded that train is likely to be based on historical data, and it's pretty accurate. So you can actually, ahead of time, look at the different train options that'll work for you and pick the one that might be less crowded.
The best tip is already known by most cyclists. Head towards the rear of the train. It's always the least crowded, and you and your bike will more likely get right on.
Getting in and out of the train seamlessly and not disrupting the folks that are already on the train, and making my ride and their ride equally as good is really important.
Anna Zandreni says using the web tool, common sense and common courtesy need to be followed to convince the BART board to keep bikes on BART during rush hour. She's with the East Bay Bicycle Coalition.
The East Bay Bike Coalition, at least, has been putting out a lot of really good material about it and trying to get folks more educated and kind of reaching out to as many folks as possible that are both cyclists and non-cyclists to kind of make this work as much as possible.
I think the real key here is for folks to get their bikes as much out of the way as possible. It's best if you can lean them up against the wall. Be really conscious of not blocking seats and of not blocking the door with your bike.
The pilot test program ends in December, so bring your bike to BART and be courteous. Mark Jones reporting for BART TV.